Good evening, everyone. On the EU server, we begin with Blitz Premier Cup. It's going to be day 3. Let's actually take a look at the results yesterday. There are still lots of 4-0 victories, and yesterday was not an exception. Loka beating Turks 4-0. Vale 4-0 against Immortals, Endgame 4-0 against A1M1, and then we also have Turks 4-0 against BPS. However, we got our first tiebreaker here with Dinos beating A1M1 4-3. Unfortunately, two teams have dropped out after yesterday's games, and they were Immortals and A1M1, and that means their results are expunged and they won't be recorded. That will have a lot of implication to the table. Actually, we have Loka versus Dinos, BPS versus Endgame, and Vale versus Turks tonight. There are 5 streamers following, supposedly. That's supposed to be 5 matches happening at games happening at the same time, but because of 2 teams dropping out suddenly, there is quite a big schedule change, and there will only be 3 games happening at the same time. And in around an hour, it will be Serenity versus APA, Endgame versus Vale, and Dinos versus BPS. First, we'll be following Vale versus Turks, and then Dinos versus BPS. The maps are Black Goville, Winter Mayanovka, Port Bay, and Canal. And in an hour later, it will be Canal, Navy Frontier, Hellas, and Fort Despair. And this is the group stage format. Because 2 teams dropped out, and also the 2 versus 2 didn't show up, it will be just wait for a moment. It will be the top 4 to the final stage directly, upper bracket first round, but the 5th and 6th place will get the lower bracket first round directly instead. The last chance tournament will be completely scrapped. That is to take into account the 2 vs 2 tournament to be held from 21st to 23rd of June, and that coincided perfectly with last chance tournament, so we are unable to reschedule that and have another day of games like that, so we decided to scrap that completely. This is going to be the lineup. We have Vale with Elysium captain of the team. Keruvets is a borrowed player, and then we also have Nopen, Tasticular, Valrider, Fabon, Villo, Iguchihi, Charlie C, and Yori 12. Turks, we have Max Verstappen and Charles, captains of the team. We also have Massimo, Pencil Case, Bars, Chiapo, Tonda, Cora, and Blue is the borrowed player. In an hour, Dinos, we will be back seeing the Vanusaur and Leon, captains of the team, and Rediquel will be the exchange. It will be the non-clan player. BPS, they will have Zerd and Woods, but GQ is now replaced by Romka, so this is going to be a little bit of change here. If you want to donate to the prize pool of the tournament, we only have 465 euros, and if you want to donate to this tournament, please do so via PayPal. The link is here. Just do it, and then I think we will have to owe you something. But anyway, we still the price pool is still below 500 euros, and hopefully we can reach above 500 euros in the end. And this is it. All right, let's get to this. Tonight, Rolling Spawn will be following Loka vs Dinos. Supposedly, APA vs E1M1 and the Bolsters vs Serenity. These 2 matches will be held, but they are cancelled. Meanwhile, Nubita and Shalfar will be following BPS vs Endgame. Exit is going to be following Vale vs Turks with me at the same time. That will also leave now Locust, Serenity, and Gamer Turks and BPS same with 2 points. Vale Dinos with only 1 point and APA with 0 points. And that could change. That could change tonight, but we'll find out soon. Good. Yeah, 2 streamers, so it's going to be alright, hopefully. It is going to be alright. Vale is Turks. But it has been a really, really busy day. Because there were lots of changes, a lot of news coming through after the second game yesterday, and it was really not nice. I was mentally drained, and I hope that would not affect my commentary today. And hopefully you can still vote, if you haven't already. Which clan will win? Is it going to be Vale or Turks? Vote. Alright, let's get into the room, shall we? Here we are, we have Vale and Turks almost ready. So I think this game could start on time, or even earlier. I think you can start the game like 5 minutes early if both teams are okay with that, and the streamer is okay with that as well. We are seeing Vale. We have Eagle Chihi, Elysium, Tustin Killer, Bar Rider, Freeverborn, and Jory 12, and Charlie Scene for Vale. With Turks going with Bass, Bess, Burr, Pencil Case, Blue, Cora, and Max Verstappen. Exit is also in the room here. And here we go, Charlie Scene is switched in. Vale vs Turks, it could happen, I don't know. What will we expect here are, we hope to see really close games, but the maps tonight will start off with Blackville, and then Wintermere, Novka, and the Port Bay, and finally Canal. Really interesting set of maps here. Let's say these maps are relatively open. Yes, all 4 maps here are relatively open, maybe with the exception of Canal, but you will be seeing teams using mediums or lights in this one. With Vale now, you know, their lineup setup, it will be Eagle Chihi in the T125 alongside Tustin Killer and Charlie Scene. We also have Elysium in the T22 potentially, Far Rider in the Crown Vargan, and Freeverborn in the Ice War, and Yuri 12 will be playing in the 215B. Turks will play Boss. We'll have Boss in the mouse. Mess will not be playing the projector, obviously. Mer in the Vicus Light. I think we will wait until the official. We'll wait a little bit more, because I don't think both teams are going to be going with this setup. In particular, Turks. Alright, so I'm going to wait for a little longer. They still have 4 minutes to go. And I think the poll should have ended already, because I was end the poll once the game started. Hopefully we have more people joining in to watch this stream. We have 8 votes, only 6 viewers, so that's a really weird number. Well, let's hope we get more than 20 viewers at one point. That would be brilliant. I know there are like 5 streamers streaming 3 games tonight, and it won't be nice. It won't be the best, but at the very least, we have a lot of coverage. Here we are. Stop. I think I should have stopped the poll. Oh, this is going to be a close one. You guys are saying Turks will win this one instead of Vale. Oh, Turks with 2 points, Vale with only 1 point. And I am still loading into this game. Apparently, Elysium saying Turkey. I don't know what you mean by that. But look at Mer sporting global tanks up in the middle. This is a really common spot for Vegas Light to operate with. But I think now we're going to be seeing something different. From the south side, I think some Vegas Light took this position, if I remember correctly. The position that I briefly sat on. But anyway, that doesn't matter too much. Vagabond is in a really aggressive position here. Has to be really careful here. It's going to side script near the pipes here. And at the moment here, it's going to be a stale game with Turks already, Vale already getting a cap. Right. What but Vagabond took a big hit. Not really Verstappen, but Vagabond, he has to stay alive down to a 2-shot. And Valride is also taking some hits here. Vale has made a move very quickly. Vagabond is now dead. And Max Verstappen might be going down very quickly here. At least he's going to put a great show into Verstappen, but I think Yuri 12 is going to kill off Max Verstappen. The hit points are in huge favor of Turks at the moment, but Yuri 12 is unable to kill off Verstappen. That will be killed by Tastical instead, but Valrider is now going to be the focus for Turks. They're trying to rush onto Valrider here. Valrider needs to stay as long as he could, but I don't think so. He is going to be taken out by Cora, probably, and Eagle G is going to come from behind. He's going to put a shot into Mer here, great shot here, and a double tap into Mer, but Valride is now dead. Onto the other side with Elysium, great shot onto Bass. Vale trying their best to focus fire, but I think they dropped way too many hit points with Babylon being like a free real estate for Turks here. They're trying to focus Pencil Case, Bass is still low, but Elysium's trying to do 1 versus 1, but it's pretty much 2 versus 1 over here. Yuri 12 is going to put a great HE shell into the backside for Pencil Case, that is the case, and Charlie Seed's going to kill off Pencil Case with Tustin Killer being killed by Mess. That was a high roll here. Charlie Seed is going to kill off Mars, but it was Elysium doing the job, and Charlie Seed wasted that shot, but it's just T20 wasting a shot, so it's fine. Pencil Case asking whether they have pain. I don't know. Elysium's now dead, but Eagle G is very, very low. That was a really brilliant start by Turks here. I would say they've done really well to shut down Vagabond, and Max Verstappen didn't lose too many hit points, and immediately Turks responded to Vale's potential push onto Max Verstappen, and Vale was unable to, do anything with that push, and especially when T-22s are actually the tanks going in front of the heavy tank armor, that is usually not going to work, because T-22 the problem, low penetration. It's common to all medium tanks and light tanks here. The penetration values are low, so you're going to have a very difficult time in penetrating the heavy armor, especially when you're in a brawl situation when the tanks are moving consistently, and you have to pretty much stay at the same spot and aim, and sometimes it doesn't help. Sometimes very difficult to do so. So that was a good start by Turks here, with 5 tanks doing more than 2k, and Vale with 3 tanks only doing more than 2k. Thank you. To do for you. And here we go. First game goes to Turks and Vale. They will need a response. Here we go. We are going to be on in the second game. Vale, double, potentially triple, T125s. No, it's going to be double T125 by Elysium and also triple T125s by Iguchi, Elysium, and Charlie Scene. Tasting Killer and Vicus Leather dropping the double T22 strategy. They're not GV, so they can't do that. Rider is in the Crown Bargain, a double IS4 by Free Born and Yoru 12. They will be spawning from the North spawn, Red Team, Blue Team, South spawn, Turks, Blue, E100, Korra, and Pencil Case. Double Crown Bargain, Mess in the Mouse, T125 by Max Verstappen, Boss in the VK 19.0 PM, Mern the Vicus Leather. That position is what I was talking about. I'm not sure if Turks was watching my stream at the same time, but Mer got a lot of spots actually. So this is a really good spot from the south side to get spots up, but not from the north side. There is no rising like that, but Mer has to be really careful for Ryder might be there to stop Mer from running away. Korra is taking a little bit of hit here. This time Vale is doing better in the hit point pool training, but Tasting also took a hit here. Don't know when it happened, but seems trading wise it's even. So Turks still with a hit point pool advantage, but with the caps for Vale. Elysium also took a hit here. It's actually, you know, I jinxed Vale here. They aren't trading better than Turks at this moment. And they're down by more than 1,000 hit points already. They have to stop dropping hit points here. They can't penetrate into Raid Blue here. They have to be really careful. Tasting Killer is going to get out of dodge. Weirdly, we don't see both teams taking any M60Os, definitely. They haven't really developed a meta that revolves around the M60Os probably, and they are really taking it serious. All Tasting Killer spotted at a really tough position, and he got shot by a lot. Once again, Turks doing really well in chipping away the hit points of Vale, and let's follow Max Verstappen here. He is in a really aggressive position, but he's also really isolated. But Vale is unable to do anything here, because basically if they try to shut down Max Verstappen, Turks might have tanks to address that, and that will also mean that Turks going to make a push on the C side, and this is exactly what they're doing right now. Are they able to hold here long enough here? It's a 3 versus 2 situation. Vale, they have tanks to support, but they are not really coming in support. This can be really bad for Vale here. Turks are looking to shut down Eagle Chihi or Free Born here. It's all about focus fire now. The hit points are still with Turks, and Turks also has speed. That is important. Valve ramming. I'm not sure why there, but they're trying to take out Korra. Korra is going to kill off Iguchi. That is an important kill right here. Valmon, great shot into Korra, but still hit points with Turks at the moment. Vale once again trying their best in chipping away the hit points of Turks, but once again Turks really bleeding Vale a lot at the start, and that is going to be the difference here. Elysium is killed, Korra is going to be killed, Freeber Born is going to be killed very soon, but Boss is also really low. Varide is tracked, Freeber Born is dead, and it's now 4 versus 6. And Freeber Born needs to get a kill onto Boss, but Max might be there. No, he cannot shield Boss. With Charlie C dead, Varide now dead, Tasting Killer getting killed by Mer. Tasting Killer can't kill himself like that out in the open. And Turks 1,000 cap points, and not a brilliant win here. No, I can't platoon with you, Plat. I'm streaming, and Turks. I think they've done 2 things really well in this game. First, chip away hit points of Vale really nicely. Punish Vale for making the slightest of mistakes. Secondly, trapped Tasting Killer, rendered Tasting Killer ineffective with their setup, really aggressive. Really nowhere can Tasting Killer run away without getting spotted. And Tasting Killer, you saw, he is really close to the red line, but he's still spotted. So Turks really put their tanks really far forward to prevent Tusken Killer from getting information, and this is a really good game by Turks. Yeah, I'm impressed by Turks' performance here, and we are now going to be on Winter Malinovka. 2-0 it is for Turks. Okay, I'm going to, mark something in progress, and Black Goldfield is not going to be a map we're following now. It's going to be Winter Malinovka. It is a relatively heavy map though it is going to be open. I mean, it's an open map, obviously, but it is a lot flatter than Black Goldfield. So and especially when B cap is also very important, and it's also very flat as well, and it's also relative, I mean, in the middle ground, not in the low ground. So you are expecting some mouses here, and I believe this is what both teams are trying to do. They're trying to take control over the B area, but you cannot get B cap at the start though, because getting out of B is always a difficult job. But both teams are taking double T22s. For Turks it's going to be Blue and Mer. For Vale it's going to be Tusken Killer and also Charlie Scene. Blue spoiled up Tusken Killer and Charlie Scene. He is going to pull back. He is not spotted, because if he shoots, he might get spotted here. Mer has to play this one really carefully here. But Turks, they have triple T125s there. Vale, are they able to capture A? I don't think so. I think Charlie Scene will be in deep trouble here. 4 versus 2. Oh my goodness me, but Vale definitely has made a big move here, very quick indeed. They're trying to shut down Mer here, but Charlie seems to be already taken out very quickly, with Mer going to be next time down potentially, but also Vabo is taking a lot of hits, and also Valrider also taking a lot of hits here. It's a massacre you're seeing here. Over to the southwestern corner, Vabo is now dead. It's now 5 versus 6. Elysium's going to be next time down potentially. You're seeing E100, I mean Yugochiki dealing with Korra. They're trying to shut down Boss here, and Elysium's going to go down very quickly to Turks tanks. This is a very quick game here. You're seeing already Vale losing 4 tanks in around a minute. And Tusken Killer is going to be the next focus for Turks, and look at Vale, how long it took for them to kill off Bass here. Tusken Killer killed by Korra. That leaves Yuri 12, the next tank, to be focused by Vale. And Turks, with this win here, that will put them on match point. And Yuri 12 is going to be taking a big hit by Korra. It's now down to a one-shot. Pencil K is going to kill off Yuri 12. No, it's going to be Max Verstappen. That leaves EOG, the last person standing. I think Vale just got a little bit too confident here. They thought Turks would not send a lot of tanks on A, but it was not the case. And they tried their best though. They responded immediately. That was kind of a panic move here. And I think their focus lacked a bit, was not as good as Turks, and also they focused the mouse Bass. It took them so long, and they already lost 4 tanks at least by that point. And there is really nothing much Vale could do. If Vale didn't focus the mouse, it could have changed something. And also Turks just focused fire really well. They were very focused, concentrated in this match, and it's now going to be 3-0. For Turks. Oh, Kirovet is now on the subs bench. Chiappo also on the subs bench. Fabon is going to be switched out in favor of Kirovet, but it's a match point to Turks here. Is Vale able to make a comeback here? And Turks looking really strong. And you would not be wrong to say that Turks definitely top 8 worthy for summer season. That performance really would pretty much not guarantee, but that performance here it will be very strange that Turks will not be in top 8 in the end, because they are performing very well, to say the least. And Vale, they have 1 point. They need to pick up another point, but so far it looks a bit grim at the moment, with Vale now going with Eagle Jihi and Charlie C double IS4. Double crown by Elysium and Far Rider, Jory 12 and Kirovet's double T125 Tusken Killer in the Vegas Light. Turks is going with E100 by Cora Boss in the mouse. We also have Mur by T22, and in T22 T125 by Pencil Case from Verstappen, and Max with Ray Blue in the Vegas Light. Let's look at oh, actually, you know, Turks is going very quickly into A. But lucky them, Vale was not going to commit into A at the very start. But Tusken Killer is going to get into C very quickly. Not sure this is a great choice here, because potentially Tusken Killer will not spot anything. And already, Turks has spotted some tanks here, but I mean they also spotted a boss in Cora. Hello Pranyo, how are you doing? Hope everyone's doing fine. C is captured by Vale, and we see Elysium there, spotted. Might be looking for Boss and Cora. Max Pencil Case and Max Verstappen. Oh, Turks is going really aggressively here. They're trying to shut the game out. Trying to win the game very quickly. Now, is Vale able to make a response for that? But unfortunately, Vale is also very isolated, very spread out. I'm not sure if Jory 12 and Valrider can survive here for very, very long here. We are seeing Pencil Case looking to put a nutshell into Valrider here. But it's really Turks outnumbering Vale in this corner, but Vale did a really good job in making a response here. They've responded really quickly, and now the numbers is probably going to be Vale potentially, but still the guns is 6 versus 7, so Turks have a gun advantage. Vale needs to focus fire nicely. Pencil Case is now dead. They are now going to focus Mur next. This is a good focus here, because Mur has a lot of mobility, a lot of DPM. Elysium is finally dead. Mur is now taken out. It's now 5 versus 5. Hit points are with Vale at this point. Vale can absolutely do it, but they need to get a focus fire right. Blue is now really low, but Tusken Killer can be very important here. Still really healthy here, but Vale, they are now focusing the mouse. That could be a problem. Eagle Chi almost get ram killed by Boss here, and they bounce onto Boss. Boss might be taken out by Kirovax, but it's a low roll here. Eagle Chi is now dead. Jory 12 is going to put a great shot into Boss, and it's going to be a case with Charlie C now dead. Oh, Blue getting taken out by Tusken Killer. That is really important. He's still really healthy in the Vickers Light, and that can be the difference here. No, they shouldn't have used 2 I7s. I7 is not a great tag for Clan Wars. Mass is going to put a shot into Kirovats potentially. Jory 12, maybe an Echi shell into the backside of Mass, but no, he's not going to risk with an Echi shell here. Still 2 versus 1 over to this side, and Tusken Killer, he can't be idle here. He has to come in. Jory 12 trying his best to shield Kirovats. And Kirovats needs to put a great shot. Bounced onto Mass here, but Jory 12 took a big hit by Cora. I think Cora puts an Echi shell here, and Cora can put another shell to kill off Jory 12, and that is going to be the case. And with Tusken Killer now a one shot, this is going to be a 4-0 for Turks potentially. And Tusken Killer bounce onto Cora, and this is going to seal the deal for Tusken Killer with mass killing off Tusken Killer. Well done to Turks. That was a really quick 4-0 win here, and I think what Tusken Killer did really well, what Turks did really well, really surprised Vale. They've gone really aggressively here, and Vale at that point was very, very spread out, and they kept on pushing as well. Vale tried their best to salvage the situation by responding immediately to support the tank scanning rush. It almost worked, but I think the main reason why Vale lost is pretty much the last minute there. I think Tarston Killer got a little bit nervous here. He has a lot of hit points, but he really didn't offer too much help to those T125s with Kirovets and Yori 12. If Tarston Killer didn't go idle there, that could have, or if he gets a little bit more courageous, that could be different. But Vale tried really hard, and I think it could have gone either way. Vale, that was better focus fire, and Turks, I wish them all the best in the next one, and they look really strong. Strong contender to finish top 4 and qualify directly to stage 4. Turks, they have 4 tanks doing more than 2k, with Vale 4 tanks also doing more than 2k. And this means Turks going to be 4-0 against Vale. Okay, as it stands now, let's look at the table. Vale with a win, 3 points top of the table. Hello, Budget. We have a nice time. I'm glad now. I hope you're now settling in nicely in your new house, isn't it? Was it not? Sorry, I didn't. I mean, I was so busy with PP this Premier Cup early on, didn't get the chance to join your coffee chat early on, but I hope you have a great time, and I hope you have a great day as well. Yori needs to carry this. Yes, definitely. Almost. Oh, he almost did it. Okay, the next game is not until 36 minutes, so there are a lot of time there's a lot of time to spare. So what we're going to do now, we're going to look at some replays. It's always a good thing to look at how people play and give credits to their plays. So we played Mommy Jinxes, we played Faster Bat. Let's play the replay by The Deal For Real. Yeah, that was a very tough decision. Nothing, you can't do much. Let's change. The Deal For Real aimed the U100 on Desert Sands. And I think now in random battles it's better to play in Super Heavies. The reason being that because there are a lot of people playing the M6Os, and that means more people will play on the oh, The Deal For Real went AFK for a brief moment. Is he going to come back? Hi, Blue. How are you doing? What is this replay? The Deal For Real, wake up! Wake up! Can you wake up? Oh dear. Some playing issues. He is himself is spotted. Is this an AFK replay? Oh my goodness me. Well, this is not nice, but at least you're seeing he is. Oh, he's finally back. Oh my goodness me. The IS-7 is blocking him first. Oh my goodness me. What is IS-7 doing? Good that The Deal For Real is finally back, but players like this is always like very grinding your gears pretty much. Oh dear, IS-7, what? That player deserves a report for intentionally blocking. Not the for Ryu's fault for being AFK at the start. Potentially, yeah, for internet issues, something like that. But he reverses tank for a brief moment. It's going to stay here for now. I'm gonna put a. Oh, that was a ping issues that missed here. But the I7 kept on blocking. I don't know what this team is doing. This is really the worst team I've ever seen. two players really doing F all, but blocking the deal for real. I mean, if this doesn't warrant an unsporting conduct, I don't know what will. Well, I think the enemy team will be very jubilant about that, but this is really angry stuff. I can feel your anger here. And also 215B's anger. Not the deal for Ryu's fault, but the FE2 or 4202 and also IS7 don't know why they like to block people. Because that is a bannable offense. Oh, look at the I7. I have no idea what I7. This is really. Yeah, I agree with you, 215B. Not to say I'm being toxic here, but what I7 was doing really deserves a report. Unfortunately. Let's actually watch our replay to get our spirits up for a little bit. Oof. Okay, we have more resubs. Loka 4-0 against Dinos. Oh yikes. Well, more 4-0s coming up. I have checked it. I have checked Discord. So that leaves BPS versus Endgame, the last game, and that is still being streamed by Nubita and also Falcon Dude. And so far it stands with this result. Dinos with 1 point steal, and Loka and Turks. They have 3 points. And if they win against BPS, they will have 3 points that will tie them with Loka and Turks. But BPS, they only have 2 points at the moment. Loka potentially will have 3. We'll get another. Well, we'll not get another point because next clan they're going to be facing is A1M1, and A1M1 dropped out of the tournament. So tonight they will be finishing with 3 points, with 40 wins and 5 losses, and let's actually look at another replay. Hopefully this is a better replay. In T34 it is, once again by The Deal for Real. And Oh, now I see why. To be honest with you, Daddy, for real, I hope you have reported this to Wargaming. That is bannable. It's, 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 I mean, it's alright for me to call. I mean, well, I mean, wouldn't say it's alright or not, but there is no problem for me to call out plays like this. Ah, hopefully it's gonna be good. They are spamming the global chat. And we still have a lot of time. And we have one uprising replay. And that is by you know, Kuma from North. Are you going to put a great shot into E75? If that is the case, great start here. I thought he would have taken the area next right of him, but it's a very hard spot to take. It requires quite a lot of skill to do so. I mean, this is probably also the case. I mean, held down, but it's pretty much a standoff, and you basically putting shots to the frontal armor of the enemies, and really you have to aim well for the weak spots. So surprisingly, the D4 has put 3 shots already, so that's a really good start for him, I say. E75 is rushing the D4. Unfortunately, there is a light tank from behind. The team is helping, so that helps. Bulldog is bouncing all the shells, but it's backside, so why is it the case? Should have enough penetration for the backside. It will be a crime if Bulldog does not have enough penetration for the backside of the tank, because that is just overpowering. That should not happen. It never happens for the tier 10. It doesn't happen in tier 10. Maybe the mouse backside, but its penetrable is grey, so if the complete backside is not penetrable by a tank in lower tier, then there is something wrong with the balance of that tier. Oh, tanks as snipers now dead. 4 versus 4 it is. Ooh, LTB changing around tracked. Gonna put a shot into the LTB. Yes, that's a nice shot here. It was a little bit of a luck, a little bit of luck here because the reticle is really big. But I'm glad the Nibiru killed that tank off. That is an important one. And it's going to put another shell into Zim. That is brilliant, indeed. And he's looking for Apple. Nice. I'm glad it's now sold to Nepos. And this SP would see bounce one shot onto I6, and I6 seems to have some pain issues. Oh no, that's not nice. You can see their tracks rolling, got stuck on the rock, and still rolling when it's still okay when the track's still rolling. So very unfortunate end to that I6, but that was a great mastery, more than 4K done, and a big increase in rating, more than 70 here. I mean, you saw that previously with another replay, but that only meant only around 20 points of increase are inflicted, so that is really good. So actually, let's go back to the launch. We have results coming through. Oh, endgame 4-1 against BPS. Oh, that is an important win for for Endgame here. The reason is that Endgame hasn't won a single match against before this game started any clan, and with the same points in the top 5. This will help them in the tiebreaker rule. So now with Endgame 4-1 against BPS, so far it's been really quick start, really dominant performance by different clans. And BPS, however, will drop to the 5th place potentially. I think they won against Serenity, so that will put them into the 4th place now. Yeah, that will put them to the 4th place because Serenity lost to BPS in fixture 3. So that means Serenity is now in the 5th place, and Vale is in the 6th place. And it's good to, I mean, they both teams haven't played yet with one another, and that is actually the fixture 7. That game is going to happen tomorrow. So at the moment, Loki, Endgame, and Tux are in with 3 points. Serenity 2 points, BPS 2 points, Vale, Dinos 1 point, and APA hasn't played any game yet. So they are going to trail with 0 points. They're going to play against Serenity next, and if they win against Serenity, that is going to be big, and this is going to be really, really tense to call which clan is going to win. Tight to call, I would say. Okay, round 6. We're going to generate the round 6 of games. It will be as follows. Rolling Swarm will next be following Serenity versus APA. Exit and Nubita will be following Endgame versus Vale, and I'll be following Dinos versus BPS alongside a Falcon Dude. Alright, so let's actually, well, watch another replay then. Well, actually, before I do that, I'm going to, you know, get the poll up. Is it going to be Dinos, or is it going to be BPS?
You think I should, but you know that girl, I warned you that this life with me is not secure. Just think of the foreign cars and those golden stars on the sidewalk. We'll throw all the bills away, 'cause that shit's all paid. It's exciting. So won't you tell me, what are you thinking?
E7 star. What is that, by the way? Uprising. I love to see. And Kuma did an exceptionally high damage. He's platooning with Max Verstappen here. Max Verstappen was the player that we saw in Turks in previous game when we were streaming the tournament. So interesting to see how it is going to go. Ooh, he's speeding. He's gonna get a ticket here. And, ooh, lap 1 vanishes. Ooh, lap 1 Bram. Ooh. It is going to be the case, just as I expected. That's a lot of damage inflicted. But I'm not sure, he should not. Oh, I think he wasted that. That was not a good shell. Usually I use that when I want to run away. That was big. Unfortunately, I think he will die first. Unless there is luck. I don't think so. The rest of the team is not with him. Just not in time to have that booster. Otherwise, it could have been important. But it wasn't a good start for Kuma at the moment. Only 2,588 damage inflicted. But usually, a quick death would mean, especially now, you might be seeing a very important influence to the game. So maybe that's a part of the strategy. It's going to put a great shell into TVP. Got twisted, but he uses that invisibility cloak to run away from this. And that is going to, you know, wear off anytime. That was a bad shot. Oh, it's going to put an XG shell. You can XG the sides actually, but it's very, very thin, so sometimes it does not work, and it can land into the tracks if the reticle is small. Ooh. Let's try and do that once again. That's a lot of damage here. 665. It's going to put a great shell into. Oh, it got twisted. That is important, but doesn't matter because, you know, the M60O is pretty much bait hit into T62A. Oh, I think he wasted that. I think they wasted that. So should have used it at this point. It's a miss. Because the TDs. Oh, this one they used it at the right time because that was a lot of damage done. But the T62A, I think he's going to receive. They're going to. That was a bad shot. That was not. I wasted that once again. I'm going to put a great shot into side armor. Sometimes I don't put XG shell into side armor because there's a great possibility that it will be absorbed by the tracks. That's good. And that's a good kill. And really the enemies are focusing on shutting down the tanks near the east side. But Kuma seems to have a different idea. I think he might be working with Max Verstappen to take out Death Star, but I think some driving issues could mean that Death Star knows what's going on. He himself is spotted. Well, we'll see if he can put a shell into Death Star. He does, and that's really great indeed. So far we only have 5 votes. You can still vote which clan will win the next round, Dinos or BPS. We have 13 minutes left to go. Kuma is going to go around with a great shell. Oh, very great APCR, but he does not have any heat, HE shell behind. He's going to use C to ensure that shot penetrated into the mouse. Risius, and it is going to be the case, and Max Verstappen actually used that power up at that moment. Interesting. I don't know if you get one more shell in the clip if you use it right after you shot that first clip. That would be 5 shells in the clip, which can be really big. T628 with double shot. I don't like double shot because the accuracy can be really bad. Oh, got infernoed, but still has 1 life left. Great shot into T628, but I think he will be killed. It is going to be the case, but now you can use all the boosters. This is going to be brilliant. And so far, Kuma has done more than 13,000 damage. And it could go up even more, provided that he doesn't die very quickly. He's going to put a great shell into that. Ooh, more than 700 damage here. The DPM is going to be big. And yeah, it doesn't matter. To use that, only stay around for slightly longer. I think he has to use that power up to run away. He doesn't want to get into the line of fire of the Death Star, but he does. He's going to get from the backside. Oh, got turned around. Oh, that can be a great call by the enemies. Or is it done by the teammates? Because that could be friendly fire here. Kuma could have died there. 1 shot. So if it was the team, then it was a very bad call. That was great shot into the mouse. Focus the mouse, it is. Gonna put that was brutal, but I think he wasted that. Power up. Now it's 1 shot. It's good looking to put a shot into Yaguru, but you know, Kuma's drifting with that speed boost. Kuma needs to drive carefully. It's just a little bit hard to do so. I think he got spotted instantly, consistently. Ooh, that's Infernal wasted onto a 1 shot. But I think he's the only tank left remaining. Oh, can he do it? Can he put a shot into M60 with an HE? He doesn't have an H. Oh, he has an HE shell, so that's fine. He might be able to put an. No, he doesn't have to put an HE shell. That's a 1 shot anyway. Almost 20,000 damage for Kuma, and his mate Max Verstappen died, killing only 1 tank. Not a lot of kills though, but I think he did a lot of damage still. Oh, that mouse turn around. That's a good turnaround here. But the mouse is looking to reload, but he's taking some time to do so. Unlucky. That shot was unlucky. Not a good idea to now shoot. He's trying to go past that mouse, drifting across. It is a good shot there. Oh, we lost 1 more tank. Great shot into mouse, but can Kuma survive? Just in time. That speed boost definitely helps. Gorilla is still alive. There is another TD very far back, so that would take some time for that TD to, you know, help the team. And that tank might be AFK. It's going to wait for a little bit. He's a bit worried that Yaguru is going to be aiming there. Oh dear, that's not good. Don't think he should be putting a shot into the. Oh, he put a shot into the mouse. It's going to get behind that Yaguru. Actually, no, he's not going to risk that. Ouch! Oh dear. Oh no, he got the bacon and he died. That leaves an AFK left remaining a Death Star. And unfortunately, it will end. It will end in a draw, unfortunately. Oh, sad to say that. Oh, that was a sad ending. I'm really, really sad. Nothing to do. Oh, it's a victory. How? How is it the case? It's all because they got 2 lives, and so it's a victory. They have started 0 damage. Don't go AFK and Uprising. It has a huge effect, but Kuma did more than 23,000 damage, 11 kills. That's impressive stuff right there. I only have 8 minutes left. I'm going to get into the room and ready myself. Well done to Kuma right here. What's the password? Oh, get pinged twice. Oops, wrong password. Should be this one instead. Let me find the room again. Here we are. So oh, the stream should be still fine, but suddenly, oh, that was I thought that I got 0 concurrent viewers at one point. Right, wait, isn't I got it wrong. Let's kick him, yeah. Hello. Dinos is here, so Dinos versus BPS currently. So, ultimate 4 minutes left until the designated time. We are going to start off with Canal and distracting a little bit. Oh, actually double checking whether I got everything right. Yep. This. Go back. Dinos versus BPS. You have dinos with snap back to reality. That is Playmaker right here. We also have Amaryllis, Cross Soul, Venusaur, Pops, Eon, and Frost in Dino's team. BPS is going with F, General Radicoso, Rom, Kazerd, and Object 3. Cloudbird is on subs bench. Potentially there will be another player of BPS to come and play there. We'll find out which player it is. Okay, we're going to be starting off with Canal and then Navy Frontier and Hellas and Fort Despair. Canal was the tiebreaker map of the last round, but since no one played on Canal, this map is still in the rotation and it's now going to be the first map to be played. We have Dinos going with these players, and BPS, they have 7 players with F, General, Lost, Radicosa, Rom, Kazerd, and also Object 3 and Whoops on the subs bench. Here we go. Let's get into this game. Canal, Dinos versus BPS, and then it will be very interesting to watch. And I'm going to end the poll already. I think it ended, but everyone's saying it's going to be BPS. Whoa, Winter Fox, sleep, Strelate, sleep. Come on, why are you still watching my stream? BPS, 84% of you. Pops taking all hits already, but Cross also in the back chats. Not a really careful start by Dinos. Oh, they're losing more hit points here. BPS. Oh my goodness me, what is Dinos doing here? They're trying to get safe, but they're struggling to do so. They lost so many hit points in doing so. Now F is coming in to support, and Frost is going to lose a ton of hit points. And Dino's already down by more than 3,000 damage here. is it possible for Dinos to make a comeback? It's going to be really hard. They have to figure out a tank to rush, but so far BPS is getting closer and closer with one another. It looks really hard. And Frost is now the first tank down, and Morale is going to be the next tank down. This is a slaughter by BPS, with Amarales now dead. Pops is going to run around, and Venusaur is going to receive a big hit here. And Venusaur, great shot into F, but that doesn't help. Venusaur is now dead. Object 3 is now dead. And this is a really quick game by both teams here. Dino's dropping so many hit points at the start. The Bat Chats, I think they shouldn't have dropped that many hit points, and I think they've sent so many tanks on C, unable to get C, and they dropped so many hit points as well in doing so. With Pops and also Crossor, the last people standing. Really, I think this is definitely going to be BPS, and Dino's just... don't know what to say about this. I'm not sure if it's just being careless in general, or is it just... I don't know what to say, but definitely. Hope they would do a lot better in the next one. I hope they would prove me wrong, but it's not a good start for Dinos by any means. 1-0 to BPS, very quick start for them. You mean Yakuza Shadow late? I don't know. Venusaur getting more than 2,000 damage in the Gorilla, but definitely the Bat Chats didn't work at all. BPS, very great job in punishing Dino's forces at the very start, leaving them no choice but to pretty much raise the white flag here. BPS 6 tanks to 1 to pay. And we are now on to the second match on Canal. There we are. 1-0 to BPS it is. Now BPS, double 405s. It's the map that you can take 405s, and from the south spawn in particular. I wonder how it will work for them, but mainly the 405s are there to shut down tanks from the north side crossing into A. And the 405s also has the booster with better accuracy. So potentially, if Dinos crosses into the corner on the northwestern area, then BPS can dish out a lot of damage here. They also have Double Crown Bargain by General and Zerd, Ronka and Object 3 Double T11085, Vickers Light by Last. Dinos is going with Bat Chat by Klava, Gorilla will be played by Venusaur, Frostmourne in the Crown Bargain. They also have Pops in the T22 and triple T11085 by Amarales, Cross and Snap Back to Reality, which is Playmaker. And Snap Back to Reality is sported. Ronka and General is now sported as well. Oh, gets taken at gets a double tap there, and D is going to be captured by Dinos potentially, but this time BPS is going to abandon C, knowing that they can't get this cap at the start. Dinos is actually Pops already dead in the T22. Oh dearie me! Once again. I think it's the same player who lost so many hit points to the Bat Chat at the start, so this is really not a great start for Dinos by any means, but the hit points are neck and neck, however. They've done fine in chipping away the hit points to BPS. It's actually not BPS game to win yet, but at the moment we're seeing here, Dinos can make a comeback if they can focus and isolate the tank. Ronka might be the usual suspect, and you can see BPS, are they able to support Ronka, but they have acted very quickly to apply pressure onto Playmaker or Snap Back to Reality. Because they don't have a cap at all, they need a cap, and they need a cap points. And Dinos had a cap points, so they are forced to defend. They don't have to do anything. Romka still hold down there. And it's a shot that dips onto the ground. And we are also seeing snap back to reality now getting spotted. Romka is getting shot at as well. Hit points still with BPS, but not by much. Dinos, I think they are onto something. But oh, this time Clava taking a lot of hits. Oh, snap back. Also taking some hits here. I don't know. It looks like now Dinos are in trouble. But also, are they able to chip away more hit points of VPS? We'll find out soon. Crosso crossing downwards. I think he put himself into low ground, and BPS on high ground. This can be bad news for Crosso. Great shot onto the FE405s. I think the FE405s. Dinos have brought it back really well now. BPS SC as well. They can get A or B and simply defend, but they seem to play. They seem to try and win with all 7 kills. Right. Here we are with Clava in the bat chat, running around. It's going to get some spots potentially. Object 3 and Romka spotted. And Object 3 is shot at Clava. It's going to get more. It's going to get B now. The hit points are now with Dinos here, but BPS has lost a tank. They could lose Romka at any moment. And last AFK, oh, they lost Romka now. It's now 6 vs 6. This can be a big match for Dinos here. Dinos are definitely not out of this. Great shot to Clava, but BPS has to work hard. Zerd is trapped in a very awkward position. And if Dinos is able to take out Zerd quickly, this can mean Dinos will have the lead here. And Object 3 is now getting trapped. Oh, BPS needs to make a move to arrest this lump that is looking bad at the moment here. Zerd is now getting pummeled. With Amorales now trapped down there. Object 3 is now brawling against Frostborn. Oh, this is looking really good for Dinos at the moment as 5 vs 6. But BPS once again done a great job in pulling back the hit points, but they lost Object 3. It's now 4 vs 4. But Dinos have 2 really healthy tanks. General is now really low, and Snap Back to Reality is now also low. Clava is now killed, and it's now 3 vs 4. General is now down to 1 shot, but we are seeing F coming in to support General with 1 more shell in his clip. With Snap Back to Reality now being killed. Last AFK. It's still really healthy in the Vickers Light, so I think all eyes will be on the last AFK now. The cap points are still with Dinos, but BPS will be getting B. But I think Dinos might be getting A as well, but they are spotted. If they cross, BPS will have shots on them. So it's going to be a really tense game indeed. It has gone a lot more tense than I once thought. And BPS will be looking to get D as well. D is completely abandoned. So if BPS got D, Dinos would need to do something. They have a lot more hit points, but they will lose. They don't have a lot of mobility. And Vanosol, oh, great shot into Whoops. That is an important shot, but F is going to put another great shot into Vano, or is it not? A is going to reload, but Vanosol is going to look at General, but General great shot into Vanosol. Oh, Vanosol misses onto General. This is going to be big. And last great shot to Vanosol. Vanosol is now killed, with General also now killed. D is still in the hands of Dinos, so it's still interesting. Crosso with a reactive armor is going to put a shell into last AFK, and hit points still with Dinos at the moment here. And 2 caps still for BPS. There's only 1 minute left to go. BPS, they need to get Crosso of this game. Great shot from Crosso into last AFK. If Crosso is able to kill off last AFK, but Crosso is on an Emerald though, so his reload time is going to be really low. Last AFK is a 1-shot, F's a 1-shot, but both F and Last AFK can double tap and kill off Cross. This is going to be the case, and BPS got the second game. That is a lot closer than I once thought, so well done to Dinos for not being phased for that. And now we're seeing Dinos 4 tanks doing more than 2k, BPS 3 tanks doing more than 2k, and as it stands, it's going to be 2-0 for BPS, but that was a very, very close game. It was a very tight game as well, so well done. I don't know why I'm checking out Zerd here. And we are now on to Naval Frontier Dinos. Definitely this is promising. And BPS, they cannot underestimate Dinos. They have to be 100% focused because they also dropped too many hit points midway and almost allowed Dinos to win that game in the end. But I think both teams played this game very broadly. I think both teams aren't able to close off together. You see both teams closing off isolated tanks. So it's kind of like an equal trade in the end. Oh, it looks like Rolling Swarm. I think that's not good. I don't think Rolling Swarm's happy about this. 4-0 for Serenity, I think. Then, I mean, all these 2 games played for us, and for Rolling, does that mean his stream will end very quickly? Here we go. Let's head up high, shall we? Red team, we have Dinos on the north spawn. BPS, blue team on the south spawn. And we are seeing BPS General and F looking to get C. It is going to be the case. They are getting C with BPS. Looking to secure the area near C and Romka. With BPS now getting hold of the southeastern area, Dinos is going to take hold of the northwestern area. And it is going to be the case here. The hit points are with Dinos, but the cap points are with BPS here. They will get A though. Dinos will get A, so that means 1 kill will swing the hit points, no, the cap points to, no, I don't think so. The difference is more than 80 points, so not even a single kill would swing the cap points back to the favor of BPS, but Dinos also getting B at the same time. BPS is now making a move. They might be there to shut down Eon. Eon getting B, he's not getting reset. That is going to be important for Dinos. They can sit back and defend, but BPS, are they able to put a shot into Eon? Ooh, Eon took a big hit. Zerd, great shot there. Whoops, also great shot. And Morales looking to shut down Zerd here. This is going to be a great play by Dinos here. BPS needs to do something to arrest this slump, probably. Zerd is going to pull back, but at the moment it's equal trading. Last AFK is going to put a shot. No, he's going to miss that shell. Onto Amberales, but we're seeing BPS Romka is getting spotted. And Zerd It's now reloading. And you see Dino's Clava going into B once again. It's interesting. Let's follow Clava for a moment here. Great shot to Zerd. That is a great moving shot. I didn't expect that to happen here. I think Dinos is stacking up near the near to the BPS spawn. BPS, they don't have hit points. They don't have cap points. What can BPS do in this situation? We are seeing Zerd getting tracked. And we are seeing General and Whoops coming in. They're looking to shut down Clava potentially. Great shot into Clava. And Romka is going to... No, I don't know what's going to happen. BPS is now going to make a push onto that back to reality. Clava and Morales. Whoops going to get a great position potentially onto this position. Great shot into Morales. But Morales is going to put a great shot into Whoops. But the cap points are with Dinos at this moment. BPS needs to hurry up. But there's cap stop by Object 3 onto B. Dinos, they have tanks here. 3 tanks here trapped under. Clava is now dead. General and also F is going to focus on snap back to reality. And Morales now a one-shot. It's going to die very quickly under the hands of Whoops. And snap back to reality is going to put a great shell. No, it's a bouncer. Frostborn is going to reload and it's going to put a shell into General, potentially. And with Eon now dead. And we have snap back to reality also dead. Zerd is now... Oh, Pops! That was a big kill by Zerd right here. Whoops is also dead. It's now 1 versus 6. BPS getting this win in the end. We would have thought Dinos have an upper hand, but BPS absolutely turned it around, applied pressure onto Dinos really well. Don't know what happened there, but BPS was able to untangle Dino's defensive forces here, and that means now Dinos, they have Kranvagn doing more than 2k, and BPS 6 tanks doing more than 2k, and it's match point to BPS now. Dinos, they're trying their best, but I think they have yet to found a foothold here. And I really admire the usage of bat chats, but it doesn't seem to work really well for them at the moment here. Not from what I'm seeing here. I think it has really good mobility, and I love the clip, 3 shells in the clip. Potentially shooting on the move might be a problem here at the low hit points it has. Dino's still insisting on the bat chat, thinking it will still work. I really hope to see that it's going to work for Dinos in the end, but it's going to be hard. BPS looking very strong at the moment. They're going to take quadruple T135s by Romka, Whoops, Zerd, and Object 3, last in the T22. F and General in double M60Os. Dinos, they are going to take triple Kranvagns by Clava, snap back to reality, and Frostborn. We are also seeing Pops back in the bat chats. Morales and Eon double T125, and Vanosaur potentially in the M60O. Yeah, this is not good. Okay, here we are. Let's go into Naval Frontier next. Here we are. Dinos red team south spawn with BPS blue team north spawn. Dinos is going to get Pops. Going to get a lot of ooh, interesting location to spot tanks. Only spotted up Zerd, but he also spotted up Romka. Ah, interesting. I have never seen anyone doing this for sporting. Eon going into this position, it works better from the north side. You can hide yourself better. But Eon, Zerd, oh, Is it, did he ping out? Don't think so. I think it's not a lag spike here, but Zerd. Oh dear, oh dear. Is it ping spike? I don't know. It doesn't look like it, but it looks like it. For some reason, Zerd is now taking a lot of hits, dropping the reactive armor, and the hit point so far is with Dinos here. Don't know what's going on. Whoop's going to dive down into Eon and might get himself trapped there. And Whoop's going to drop the reactive armor with Eon now dead. Hit point still with Dinos at this moment. Crosssaw dropping down and getting eviscerated very quickly. F, great job right here. And hit point still neck and neck here. They're looking to kill Clava. And Whoops is going to put a great show into Clava. It is going to be the case with Ronka going to mop up Clava. And that means, in terms of guns, oh, it's actually not that far off. Dinos with 4 really healthy tanks. Pop's going to run away from this, obviously. And Dinos with 4 really healthy tanks. Great shot at Zerd. Snap back to reality. Reloading at the moment here. And Frostmourne is going to wait for a little bit. Snap back to reality. Might be trapped here. And BPS so far doesn't have the hit point pool advantage. Dinos, can they win the first game for the very first time here tonight? Snap back to reality. Great shot into Ronka. Ronka dropping the speed boost. Great job here. Great track shot. Frostmourne bounces, misses onto last AFK. Great shot onto last AFK. Pops. Great shot into last AFK. And great ram by Pops as well. 4 versus 4. Pops is dead, however. Might be that he should not have rammed into that T-22. F is now dead. And General is still really healthy though. That tank can be very important in late game stages, but so far it stands. Hit points are now in with BPS. It has turned around. Snap back to reality with really low DPM. This means Snap back to reality is now dead. And Frostmourne is looking for the T-110E5's great shots onto Ronka. And Frostmourne is going to put a great show into General, and now down to a 2-shot, maybe 1-shot even, and he's going to run away. General can put a lot of great shows for Frostmourne. Hit points are now with Dinos here. Venusaur is still really healthy, and the Dinos misses that shell onto General, and that can be very important. Zerd misses that shell onto Venusaur. Frostmourne maybe coming here to mop Zerd up. It is going to be the case. Now it's a 2-2. Hit points are with Dinos, and it looks very promising for Dinos at this moment. Probably going to be the first win for tonight. Great. It's going to be a great show to Ronka. Frostmourne. Ronka is dead, killed by Venusaur. And Venusaur has one more shell in his clip, can kill off General potentially. General is in the bush, he's unspotted. Frostmourne might be my spot General though. Oh, this is going to be really close. Let's follow General at this point. But Venusaur is reloading. Both Frostmourne and General is now spotted. But I think Frostmourne might be able to put another shell. Or is it going to be General? General kills off Frostmourne. And that leaves now 1 versus 1 with BPS. 800 cap points for Dinos. Venusaur is looking to get A here. But I think General is going to get C. Oh my god. Oh my god. Don't know what's going to happen. Venusaur, great job. Great idea to get A. Now General is going to go for C potentially, but 2 minutes left potentially. This can go down to the wire, and I believe General does not want to get himself. He got spotted here. Venusaur misses. Venusaur is now reloading, dropping down. He is definitely looking for General. Oh god, this is going to be exceptionally tight. C is now getting captured. And Venusaur. Oh dear. Venusaur. Both of these tanks are so close to one another. Both tanks. Oh! General with that kill on Venusaur! Oh, that is heartbreaking for Dinos. 4-0 definitely doesn't doesn't seem to be fair on Dinos. However, it doesn't look like to be a 4-0. I mean, this is way closer than we thought. The scoreline doesn't really reflect the entire situation. But really, BPS did really well in the end. 5 tanks did more than 2,000 damage, and Dinos 3 tanks did more than 2k. Unfortunately, esports, any sports is really cruel. It's a results-based competition here. It's not a music competition where you have sympathy points. This is really brutal, and BPS great job, 4-0, and I think the top 4 is still going to be very hotly contested. Okay, that leaves now Endgame, and Vale still playing, so probably Vale has won a single match. That's good. If you look at the table now, the table here we are seeing, we know that Serenity was handed a technical victory, won 8k 4-0. And they got 3 points. If Endgame wins this one, they will get 4 points, and that will put them at the top of the table. Actually, the top 4 is going to be really, really tense, and potentially 3 more matches to go for tomorrow, and that could mean APA is pretty much out of contention for the top 4. They can still try to get into the top 6 though. They have to. I mean, the matches remaining for them. They will face Loka, and then Turks, and then it will be BPS. They have played against Vale. They lost to Vale 0-4, and they have lost to. They have lost to Dinos as well. Lost to Dinos 1-4. So we're just left with Endgame versus Vale to go. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to wait until that game finished because I've used up all my replays. I'm actually going to send you all to both Exit and also New Beta, and we'll look at their streams there. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow for the final day, and